What do all these Pokemon have in common? They're all from Unova. Yup. And they're also electric types. They're pretty amazing Pokemon in their own right. Frankly, this is a stacked list of Pokemon. They're pretty awesome, and Unova really did an amazing job at introducing brand new electric type Pokemon that are pretty useful and cool. Honestly, I'd be down to catch all of them and have them all in one powerful electric type team. But unfortunately, we can't take them all at once, sadly. So, let's say you had to pick the very best one. Which one is it? Which one of them would be the best Pokemon for a Pokemon journey? I think all of them could be an asset in anyone's team, but which one of them could stand on its own in a journey in Unova? Let's find out. Before we start the top 5, there are 2 Pokemon we have to mention. Zekrom and Thundurus, mythical electric type Pokemon that are found in the Unova region. Both really powerful and with really cool designs, and compared to most mythical Unova Pokemon, you can actually catch these Pokemon without the need of a time machine. Unfortunately though, they are either very late game, version exclusive, or you need a completely different game that is currently unavailable thanks to the Nintendo 3DS shop being down. So once again, you can't really use them in a journey in either Unova game, but it felt appropriate to just mention them. Plus, Zekrom is the MVP for your final battle in Pokemon White. 1 point for Zekrom, even though we're not counting points. At the bottom of the ranking, unfortunately, is little old Stunfisk. Honestly, it's not even a bad Pokemon. Like, its stats are pretty solid. Yeah, it's slow as time, but it's got solid defenses and alright special attack. It also has a pretty diverse moveset thanks to TMs. Discharge, Earthquake, Sludge Bomb, and Rock Tomb. Like, that's nothing to sneeze at. It's a shame it can't be caught earlier, and that's the thing I heard Stunfisk. It can be caught right before the 7th gym in the first set of games, and it's just inaccessible in the sequels. And even if you want to catch a Stunfisk that late, it really won't be that useful for any of the remaining gyms. Yeah, sure, you have Rock Tomb for Bryson, but you're also weak to ice types, so it's not really worth it. So I'm really sorry for all the Stunfisk fans out there. It kills me to have to place him this low, but in 4th place we have Emolga. I know, I really love Emolga. I think it's an amazing Pokemon, but compared to the rest of the guys in this list, yeah, it falls kind of flat. It's the Pokemon with the lowest total base stats, and with no evolution to look forward to, it kinda doesn't grow or anything. Yeah, it starts off strong at the beginning of the journey, but it dwindles as stronger Pokemon show up. I mean, it can still hold its own, it gets 2 amazing moves, Electro Ball and Acrobatics, and if you do a lot of mathematics and add the stat boost it gets from both moves, you'll know both moves will hit like a truck. So even if it isn't going to do super effective damage, it can still pack a mean punch. Emolga can be pretty effective against Clay's Pokemon, Skylar's Pokemon, and in Pokemon Black and White 2, Marlon's Pokemon. But other than that, that's kind of it. Emolga's just a weak Pokemon compared to others. And maybe if it had a more diverse move pool, it could potentially be a much more reliable Pokemon, but take it from me when I say that Emolga is a pretty good Pokemon. With the bronze medal, wait already? Huh, there aren't that many electric type Pokemon in Unova. With the bronze medal of electric types in Unova, we have Substrika. If you want a Pokemon that will pack a very swift, mean punch, Substrika's your guy. With 100 physical attack and 116 speed, battles will be over pretty quickly with them in your team, especially with its bread and butter, Stomp, Flame Charge, and Wild Charge. Literally, you don't need any other move aside from those 3, because you don't get any of the cool moves. Yeah, that kinda sucks, but hey, Flame Charge is cool. Also, it has some pretty varied availability in both games. In Black and White, you can get it before the 2nd gym, but in Black and White 2, you can get it right before the 6th gym. Which is kind of a real shame, because there's a couple of gyms that would have been pretty useful. It's great for Berg's gym with Flame Charge, and in Elisa's gym, it will invalidate any electric type move, so it will be pretty useful there, even if it doesn't have super effective moves against any of the Pokemon there. Other than that, it's really useful in Skylar's gym, and Bryson's gym in Black and White thanks to Flame Charge, and Marlon's gym in Black and White too. Substrika is a pretty strong Pokemon, that's kinda like Emolga, where even in fights where it might not get that super effective boost, it will still be a pretty reliable Pokemon in your team. With the silver medal of electric types in Unova, we have Galvantula. It's a pretty solid Pokemon. While yeah, it's got some things going against it, like having very late availability, and only really being useful in Skylar's gym and Marlon's gym in Black and White 2, that should not deter you from having a Galvantula in your team. Firstly, it's got a pretty solid array of moves. Sucker Punch, Bug Buzz, and Discharge, all with its 97 special attack, you'll hit your opponents like nobody's business. And while, yeah, the moveset may look a little limited, Bug Buzz and Sucker Punch will be the key to dominating the Elite Four, because thanks to them, you'll be able to take care of most of Caitlin's, Chantal's, and Grimsly's Pokemon, something the previous Pokemon on this list have not been able to even attempt. So, stop by the Chargestone Cave and consider getting a Galvantula to save your Unova journey. However, there's a much better Pokemon you can get in the Chargestone Cave that I consider to be the best electric type Pokemon in Unova. Winning the gold medal, we have Eelektross. This Pokemon is just really good. The biggest downside I can think of it is its availability, the Chargestone Cave. And kinda like Galvantula, it also doesn't excel in any gyms. It'll be pretty good against Skyla's team, Bryson in black and white, and Marlon in black and white too. But here's the thing. First, it has really good stats. Total base stat of 515, with both really high attacks and pretty high defenses. So not only will it beat the crap out of your foes, but it will also be able to take a beating. And how will you attack your opponents? With anything really, because it gets one of the most varied move pools I've ever seen. Brick Break, Rock Tomb, Dragon Tail, Flash Cannon, Acrobatics, Wild Charge, Crunch, and so much more. Literally, you'll have coverage for everything. Most importantly, the Elite Four. It can take care of all 4 Elite Four members, especially with Acrobatics, Brick Break, and Crunch. And the cherry on top, Dragon Tail, which will prove to be amazing for the final battle. Respectfully, I don't think Eelektross had any competition. Yeah, it would have been cool if it was available earlier to have it be there for many things, but hey, it will be the best MVP you can have for the later half of the game. Honestly, all of them are pretty good. Availability is the one thing that hurts most of them, but like genuinely, they're pretty good. You got amazing Pokemon for the early game, like Emolga and Substrika. You got the ones for the late game, Galvantula and Eelektross, and you also have Stunfisk. Yeah, electric types aren't that amazing in Unova, but at least they have some utility, and what a good roster of electric Pokemon to pick from. And if I could, I'd put them all at the top of the pedestal. I just love them all, especially you, Stunfisk.